everybody, and welcome to my channel, Married 10 Years. My name is Deborah. I do recaps on the show of Ready to Love, and this is going to be for episode 5. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you will come back again. And if you like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like my video, and join us down in the comments. And if you're one of the people who come back week after week and listen to my videos and laugh with me and chat with me, thank you so much. I love the conversation, and I appreciate all of you who watch my show regularly. And for all of you who have joined my channel as members, thank you so much. And if you're interested in joining my channel as a member, you'll see the join button in this video where you can join, because pretty soon I'm going to be starting up additional shows and additional things to come to special members, and also just having a lot of more interactive stuff. I had planned on having it yesterday, but I couldn't have it because I had to help my sister get ready for a family event we're having this weekend. So I had to scrap the family reunion, my virtual family reunion, because I was really having another kind of family event. But I'm gonna get back on it. So I'm gonna need all you guys to come up and show up. You don't have to be members to show up to the family reunion, but if you wanna be a member and join, you can. And so that way you get a special badge next to your name, which is a family tree, saying that you are officially part of the family. But anybody's gonna be welcome to the family reunion. Anybody can come. Just don't bring your drunk cousins and your weed smoking cousins either, because we ain't trying to have no mess at the family reunion. You know how it goes, y'all. But anyway, let's get into this recap of Ready to Love season 5, because talk about crazy cousins. First of all, I always knew that Miami had hurricanes, but who knew that a Category 5 was going to touch down this week in Miami, and we was going to have to call the Hurricane Zoe, because he was a whole fool on this episode, y'all. Alonzo, he's a fool. You know, we got a little glimpse of it last week when he was telling that story about how he was with that girl. Now that was the first clue, when he started referring to the woman he was with for over 7 years as that girl. He said, I gave that girl a ring, which is what she wanted, and then I took it back 24 hours later. That was the first clue. So when women start walking around saying, you know what, I missed the red flags, if you were sitting next to Zoe and you were having that conversation that Sharice had with Zoe, and he told you that story about dating a woman for 7 years, giving her a ring, and then taking it back in 24 hours and calling her that girl, that would have been the red flag where you should have picked up your pocketbook and you should have exited out the front door. That's one of those red flags people overlook, and then they see it later on. That was a huge red flag. Zoe is a whole fool. And then when you talk about he's been out here for 11 years, I told you last week, if you didn't watch my video last week, go back and watch it, because I spent a little time on Zoe. And I said, somebody who says they've been looking for someone for 11 years, they're stuck, which means that they don't recognize that they're the problem and that they need to make some changes, but they're still running around here trying to find someone else to fit into their world of crazy. Well, now you see even more. Zoe is crazy. And of all the people whose side was on, I was on Sharice's side. I've been on her all the last couple of episodes, but this time I was on Sharice's side. I don't think Sharice did enough for him to elevate and escalate the situation to that level. I really don't. I know she said something about barbecuing, but you know, to be honest with you, he deserved that comment, because what he did to Tanika in that car was deliberate. His over-aggressiveness with driving was out of control. So you know what? He did deserve for someone to tell him he needs to go. I might have said he needed to go, but there is no reason for him as a 250-pound man to be wielding a pool stick and yelling and screaming at Sharice like he did. And I was actually pretty surprised that Sharice kept her calm the way she did, because normally she is a pit bull. But I thought that she handled the situation as best as she could. I told people last week, these women need to stop confronting men, period. I don't care, period. And when I say don't confront men, this is an exact reason why I say don't confront men, because you never know when you're going to run up against a Zoe. And here he is. And women, you don't ever want to be in no argument, no type of tussle, nothing with no 250-pound man like Zoe. He's ridiculous. He's not only not ready to love, he's not ready to like, he's not ready to date. He's not ready to even be, for me to even talk to. He's not ready for a lot of things. He's not ready for my presence. He's not ready to be in my presence. And none of that. He's not ready for a doggone thing except to what he said to her, I see ya. See ya, Zoe. Go on and exit out the front door because we're done with you. And I really can't believe Khadeen even took his side and was attacking Sharice over. First of all, Khadeen didn't hear everything and say everything. And here she was attacking Sharice almost as if Sharice was the one that was at most to blame or whatever would happen. You know what? I don't like Khadeen. She likes to confront too many people. She herself is argumentative. She also is a problem that doesn't see it. So maybe I can see her trying to take up from someone else who's out of control with their mouth, because she's actually out of control with her mouth a lot of the times. And here she is confronting Justice, another situation where I can't believe I was taking up for Justice in this too. Here she is once again confronting another man, talking about, I need to talk to you because I want to get something off my chest. Last week, she confronted Mike over this, yielding that corn on the cob and that barbecue rib. Now she over here about to confront Justice with that pet poodle on her head. I am tired of Khadeen feeling like she's got to confront people. Why don't she just go over here with Swayze and be lovey-dovey and do with everything else? Why is she going around inserting herself in other people and other couples' business? It's obviously she doesn't like any of these men. She only has eyes for Swayze. Go on over there. Get away. When they were telling this story, she and Justice, when I was listening to what happened, and she texted him talking about sir and all this other kind of stuff, I was with Justice. Don't text me at 12:30 at midnight or whatever, calling me sir and calling me with no BS, talking about call me back in 20 minutes. She wouldn't have got no call back from me. And then when you do call her back and she doesn't answer, and then she doesn't return the call for 2 days and she mad, girl, get out of here. You are ridiculous. See, there's something about difficult people. She calling Justice difficult. He is difficult. But here's the problem. When you're a difficult person, you always rely upon the other person that you're talking to be the bigger person. So when difficult Justice comes along with another person, like a Trinika or someone else, then you know what happens? The Trinikas lay down. The Trinikas fall back. They just walk away. They're not going to get no mess with you. Then same thing with Khadeen. She's difficult. When she encounters another person, you know what they do? They fall back. They say, oh, well, I'm just not going to deal with her. But what happens when two difficult people come together? Who's going to fall back? Neither one. And that's what you see going on with Khadeen and Justice. Two difficult people coming together and neither one of them wants to back off. And she's like, oh, you're difficult. No, you're difficult, Khadeen. You both are difficult. Now, the one area where you know what, I'm not going to come too hard down on Khadeen about, except the parties with this Shakira girl, the flower girl. I know everybody out here want me to be empathetic and sympathetic to Shakira and all her past trauma. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be. This is like a girl who witnessed a drowning when she was a kid, and then she's coming to the beach and telling everybody, stay out the beach, stay out the water, because I'm traumatized by kids in the water. Then don't come to the beach. I'm with Khadeen. This is no counseling session. This is not, I never heard of no person coming on a reality TV story where you're supposed to open up your life and then say, well, it's a secret. Well, if it's a secret, first of all, why are you coming on reality TV telling it? And second of all, why are you telling it to a group of women, 10 women that you don't even know? If it's that much of a secret, then hold the secret. Listen, people with triggers, we all got triggers. Everyone walking around out here has a trigger. They got some past trauma in their life that they have to learn how to manage and whatever else. So you know what? When you identify your trigger, it's also up to you to manage your trigger. It can't be on everybody else to do everything for you. So all you got to do is say, I want to tell you my trigger, but I'm not going to do nothing about it. You guys are all the ones that got to tiptoe around me. I know. Manage your own triggers. If you see situations that might be a possible trigger to you, stay out of them. Walk away from them. Don't insert yourself and then be mad that everybody in that environment didn't react to your trigger the way you wanted them to be. Like I told y'all last week, Shakira likes attention. And it doesn't matter whether it's good attention, negative attention, bad attention. She likes attention. This whole thing about having to have a one-on-one with Tommy, what for? What for? Shakira is 37 years old. Let me tell you something. If I were in an environment and I had told something, let's just say I was as reckless as Shakira to tell that story in a group of 10 women. Let's say I did do it. And I told the story, and then Kadeem did what she did in front of, I don't know who that was, Mike, and kind of insinuating the story and telling the story when I didn't want the story to be told. You know what I would do? I would go up to Kadeem and I would say, hey, Kadeem, listen, I know I told the story in a group setting, but I would prefer if you don't repeat the story to anyone else. That's how I would handle it as a 37-year-old woman who I'm not looking for more attention. I'm trying to calm the attention down, because what Shakira is saying is it's too much attention on my trauma. Well, if it's too much attention on your trauma, why are you asking for more special moments to discuss your trauma? One-on-ones with Tommy, and then I got to make a dramatic exit and say, I can't come because I'm so traumatized. That's not what you do when you're trying to tamper something down. That's what you do when you're trying to blow it up and elevate it and make yourself the spotlight. That's what I'm telling you. Shakira likes attention. She walking around talking about, I didn't really expect any sympathy or empathy, but I did expect people to respect my vulnerability. That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, because no one's going to respect your vulnerability if they don't have sympathy and empathy for you. So when she says, I didn't expect any sympathy or empathy, you know why? Because people have told her that. Shakira has been here before. Shakira has walked around as the victim, and people have said to her, listen, you can't always be the victim and expect people to always have all this sympathy and empathy for you. You have to learn how to be different. So she's heard it before. So she comes in here talking about, I didn't expect sympathy or empathy, but I did expect you to respect my vulnerability. Well, that's not going to happen, because in order for someone to respect your vulnerability, they have to be sympathetic towards you or empathetic towards you. So that doesn't even make any sense. And then she's talking about, I expected men to maybe look at me and say I didn't want all that heavy baggage. Well, if you expected that from men, why are you here? If you expected such a negative reception to what you're talking about, why are you here? This is a dating show. Okay, this is a dating show where you're here to get men, not here to get women. So you're saying you had no expectations for the men who are you. That's what you're supposed to be here for, the men. You had no expectations from them, but you had all this expectation from women who are not here to be your friend. They are your competition. That doesn't even make any sense. Like I said, Shakira needs therapy, and she needs it bad. She's not ready for any dating environment. And when she talks about people with PTSD and this, you want to go out, but you can't. You know what? People can go out, but people can't go out wearing their victim story on their shoulder, splatter across their chest, and being the conversation they want to talk to about all the time. That's what she can't do. When is the next time that women are going to get eliminated? Because I need the men to vote for Shakira. I need her to be gone from this television screen. So like I said last week, she can catch an Uber and go straight to the therapist's office. I can't even believe I was on Kadia's side. I don't think she should have told Shakira's secret. I don't think that was her place to do that. But let me tell you, Shakira is dangerous. Shakira is the type of woman where you'll catch a case. You will catch a case, because what she does is she likes to be the victim. And you could go in very, very situations where you don't even think anything is wrong, and next thing you know, she comes out talking about she was harmed. She was harmed, and next thing you know, you stand in trial. Stay away from Shakira until she gets some therapy. Okay, men need to stay away from her, and men and women need to stay away from Zoe. These two people are very dangerous in the dating world. But I was glad Zoe went home. I was glad he went home. And you know who's been in from Zoe going home? Justice. Because if Zoe hadn't blown up like Hurricane Zoe, Justice definitely was going to be the next person going home. And now we know who was out here trying to save Justice, Trinika. Listen, Trinika, I've been really liking Trinika, and I think she's one of the kindest people on the show. The only thing I was saying about Trinika was her hair, which each week it seems like it's getting a little bit better. This wig she has this week is an upgrade from the one she's been having. But let me tell you something. Trinika is the Dakia of this show. Last year when Dakia came on the screen, I said, you know what? I really don't know why Dakia is single. I think Dakia is smart. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. She's all these things. And it wasn't until I started seeing Dakia's dating style, and I was like, good Lord, no wonder she's single. Why is she chasing after these men? Why is she doing all this stuff? That's Trinika this season. Trinika is a nice, a sweet woman, but this dating style she got is horrendous. I was praising her last week because I thought she was kind and sweet. But now that I see she handing out these compliments like candy, I said, girl, slow down. She's doing too much, and she's doing it to men who don't even really like her. Justice don't like Trinika. And she was over here telling Trinika that, I know they don't understand you, but I do. I know they don't get you, but I get you. Girl, stop it. What are you doing? He does not care about you at all. And when she met with him to tell him that he was safe for the week, she says, you know you've been on my you've been my number one, you've been on top with me and my choices. And then to come find out this is their first date. Girl, how the heck can he be number one and he hasn't called you or dated you or nothing? What are you talking about? Justice is using her to stay on the show, just like LJ is using Trinika. LJ does not interested in Trinika either. He may think she's nice, but I don't think LJ is interested in Trinika romantically. LJ is doing what he needs to do to stay on the show, and that is, he said, let me make as many connections as I need to so I won't get voted off. And he stepped up and he started talking to Trinika as well, just like he did with everybody else, so he wouldn't get voted off. But I don't think LJ is interested in Trinika. Not at all. She's like, how you doing? I'm doing better now that you're here. I can't stand it, y'all. I'm telling you, the Trinika is the Kia of this year, and I bet there is a man, just like Takia. We found out she had a man out there who was in love with her, but at first she was overlooking him and he wasn't good enough for her, or whatever kind of reason she was overlooking him. Now they're engaged to be married. This is Trinika. Trinika is a nice woman. There is a man out there already who likes Trinika, wants to date Trinika, may even be in love with Trinika, may even want to marry Trinika, and Trinika's not looking at him. She's too busy over here chasing men that don't want her. Women, say yes to the men that want you and stop chasing men that don't want you. I haven't seen one person on this show that really wants to be with Trinika, including Randall. Randall don't want to be with Trinika. We already know that. Randall want to be with Jamala. Randall out here trying to date Trinika and Kayla, I believe, just to stay on the show. I'll see next week what really goes on. But Trinika, she being used. She's the Kia this season. This season, y'all, I'm trying to really find people that I really like. You know what, I like the chemistry I see between Mike and Brandy. They seem to be a real fit. And I think they're starting to get in some real conversations, because Mike brought up that whole flight attendant thing. Same thing I brought up. Girl, sometimes people's jobs don't fit lifestyle. And I know Brandy said, I'm in Miami. I can fly out to the Bahamas and be back the same day. That sounds good, but I can't call you and say, go pick up the kids because Johnny is sick because you all the way down in the Bahamas waiting for a flight. And let me tell you, these flights ain't even regular no more. Have y'all been flying lately? I'm supposed to be going on my little anniversary trip in a couple of weeks, and I'm scared I'm gonna get stuck in some type of foreign country because I'm flying international. These flights is messed up. So let me tell you, Brandy, a flight attendant's jobs, even though you can fly out and be back, that ain't ideal for having kids, because she wants to have kids. And Mike said he didn't want to have kids, but we all know that if the woman wants to have kids, they're going to have some babies, because men don't always put a jacket on. And I know Mike ain't got no vasectomy. So if Brandy wants to have kids, if they get married, they're going to have some kids. But Mike is trying to keep it real. He's trying to tell her, you know, I want my woman home every night laying next to me, cuddled up to her. I don't be cuddled up to no pillow. But I like them. I like their chemistry. I hope they work out. And like Brandy said, send these other people home so we can get to the love. But that's it, y'all. What you think about Zoe going home? I know, I can't believe there could be too many people out here thinking Zoe shouldn't have gone home. But let me know if you don't. And who do you think the next woman should be to go home? I bet you some people might say Sharice, but no, I'm putting up Shakira for elimination. My vote is Shakira. What's your vote for the woman for next week? Anyway, that's it, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.